this is what Claude set up for me without me having to touch the ads console at all. So we've got the portfolio right here for journals, and then all of these campaigns underneath, 86 in total. In this video, I'm going to show you how Professor Dr. Milo sets up Amazon ads with the help of Claude. The first step is setting up an Amazon ads API. Now this is definitely optional. You don't have to do this, but I would personally recommend it because having the API means you have a connection between your Amazon ads account and your Claude or your Codex or whatever you prefer to use. And that means you don't have to constantly be uploading spreadsheets to make changes or create campaigns or use different tools. You can do it with your Claude as well. The only downside is it's a little bit fiddly to set up. It took me a while to wrap my head around it. But to be fair, you can just drop the link into Claude. I'll leave the link in the description to this setup page and say, hey, I'm trying to create or get an API for Amazon ads and I don't get it. Just do as much as you can on your own and only really get me involved if there's no other way. And then Claude will do most of the work for you and just stop and instruct you exactly what to do if needed. So that's something that I would do and recommend, but it's not a necessity. Step number 2 is going to Amazon Ads console, heading over to this little arrow and then finding bulk operations. And then you just want to click download template and instructions. Then you might want to create a folder called ads in your Claude directory, and you need to attach the template that you just downloaded and say something along the lines of, hey, I'm trying to set up some ad campaigns with this template right here. I'm just going to collect some ASINs, tell you those as well as what I want for bids, etc. But save this as the template for Amazon ads. I'm going to hit enter on this, and this is going to make sure we never need to download that template again. It's now going to learn how that template works, and then we can always start from step number 3, which we're going to go into next. Step number 3 is getting a list of ASINs, and I'm using Merge Flow for this. I'll have it linked down below. It's my favorite tool to manage my catalog, make changes to my catalog, set up ads, etc. But there is loads of other tools that you can probably copy your ASINs with easily, like Snap. I think Merge Spark can do it, Productor can do it. Like, there is tons of different options. I just pretty much use Merge Flow for most things these days. And what I'm going to do first is I'll just filter out one product type. I might do hardcover journals because I have already been setting up a lot of new ads for t-shirts, mugs and hats recently, but I haven't done that for hardcover journals yet. I'm going to change the status to live, page size to 10,000. So there's about 8,500 journals on my account, as we can see, that are live. And now I'm just going to select all of these, go to more tools, export, and then current page, which is going to download my current selection right here in a CSV, which has all of the ASINs inside for journals. You can do this for other products, of course. This is just an example. I would recommend setting up some separate campaigns for mugs and tumblers as well. If you haven't tried it yet, those tend to work quite well for me. And the last step is simply pulling this document that I just downloaded into your chat right here with Claude, and I'm going to say what I want. So in this case, we've got about 8,000 ASINs. I'll say split these up into 100 separate lottery campaigns, 1 ASIN per ad group. I think we're just going to do 15 cents for the bids because there's not a lot of margin on these journals and not a lot of royalties. So I want to keep it quite conservative, just $1 a day budget because it is a lot of campaigns, and put them all into a hardcover journal portfolio. The monthly limit of $150 spend. I think we'll start off with that just to test these journals because I haven't really ran any ads for them yet, but this would be an interesting experiment. So I'll hit enter, and the reason I'm splitting these up into 100 separate campaigns is because I want the budget to be spread across a lot of different ASINs. If I was to put all of these into the exact same lottery, then they probably, 1% of those ASINs would actually get some impressions. Another 20% of that 1% would see actual clicks, but most of the ASINs wouldn't really benefit from the campaign at all. This way, if we have 100 separate lotteries, a lot more hardcovers should get picked up from the ads. It's now said that the portfolio is created, 86 campaigns are built. It's set one live right here as a test for me to check. Typically, it shouldn't already have set something live without you checking it. It's just because I've done this process a few times now with my Claude, it knows what's happening. And it also has a naming structure right here for the campaigns that I've given it. So you might want to think about, how should these be named? And you can do the same with ad groups. Like I like to have the title of my designs and the ASIN in the ad group, but you have to tell Claude how you want the naming to work. So it might take a few more minutes to set up initially for you, but then as you can see, it's now done. It's set up a live campaign. I'm going to check that and then say, set the rest of these live. And if this is your first time doing this whole ad setup, just say, save everything you learned in a skill file for future. And that's it. You hit enter on that. It's going to set the rest of the campaigns live, which just take a little while. It might take 10 minutes, but it's going to do that through the actual API. I've done it multiple times now. I've checked how it does it, and it's perfect. The campaigns are created the way I want to, and it saved everything in a skill so that next time I can just drop in some ASINs and say, hey, set up these new ones, and I don't have to explain myself again. And just to prove to you that it worked, this is what Claude set up for me without me having to touch the ads console at all. So we've got the portfolio right here for journals, $150 monthly limit, and then all of these campaigns underneath, 86 in total. These are not ad groups, they're individual campaigns. I can click into them, and this shows all of the ad groups inside of that campaign. I can click into these, and it's just one ASIN behind this. I can go to targeting, and you can see that these are 15-cent bids indeed. Now, obviously, creating that many different lottery campaigns and stuff, it does take you some automation to manage, or it is almost impossible to manage it manually inside of the console. So that's one thing to be aware of. Don't spam your account with campaigns if you don't have some sort of tool to filter out what's not performing well, what you need to turn off. But they're definitely a great way to get a lot of additional traffic and clicks to ASINs and designs that were never seen before through your bigger campaigns. And if you want to learn some of my top favorite campaign setups to use, just check out this tutorial next, where I also go over some tips and lessons learned from multiple years of spending $10,000s on Amazon ads.